What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Just a little over of the hung, but I'm all right.
Hey, that makes two of us.
That makes two. I was like, really a noon game?
It's
God bless it.
noon.
Like,
Good old
oh man.
nooner.
No, it means I was drunk yesterday.
You're not gonna get in trouble.
Here's what I really want to say, Bill, Gabe.
Oh goodness.
All right, what we doing? All right. Well, I gotta watch this with you. Tell me when 11:51.
Alrighty. Oh man. There you go, Pete. Loving this game. 51.
Hey, he's having a great game. Good call by Jason Goff. He actually called that. He called that. He said this is going to be the Patrick Williams game.
Yeah. Well, no Zach. Vooch is, still clearly a little bothered by that hip, not playing that well.
Yeah. I think it kind of says though, like what we all keep saying about him, like he's, just acting like a rookie and deferring.
Yeah.
Because when Zach is out there and there's talent out there, he kind of disappears. But when nobody's out there, he's like, oh, okay, you guys want me to be great. Okay, I can do that. So that for me bodes well going into season 2 for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. God, everybody has just been panicking about P. Will for not taking enough shots. He's not, piling up, all these stats. It's like, guys, chill out.
19, for goodness sakes.
It's like, hey, here's a game. Here's a game for all you people panicked about Patrick Williams. Calm the fuck down.
My favorite. I love that game. Chill out, man. Relax. It's not that serious. He's a 19-year-old rookie. We live. Chicago fans are very. What's up, Josh and Gustavo? What's happening? Chicago fans are very immediate. They have this immediacy, this microwave ideology.
I'm not at all familiar with what you're talking about, Dave. You'll have to be more specific. That doesn't sound like Bulls fans at all.
I want it all, and I want it now. That's Bulls fans all day long.
Now I want it yesterday.
Yesterday, and and they want it great. And I really had to look at like why that might be. I mean, this is the organization that had Michael Jordan, come in from day one and be Michael Jordan, and who had Derrick Rose come in from day one and be Derrick Rose.
Right.
Like we don't know wait and grow. Like the only wait and grow that I can really think of is like Scottie Pippen. You know what I mean?
Scottie, Jimmy, you could say.
Yeah, oh yeah, great example. Yeah, Jimmy definitely wait and grow. But look who we're naming. Like the two guys who they were with.
We just named arguably the 5 best Bulls of all time.
Right. And of course, Scottie was with Mike, so people were okay with that patience. And Jimmy was with Derek and Joakim, so people were okay with that patience. You were fine with it because you were looking at this greatness. They've never had to deal with, let's just build a whole team and let them grow. They have no idea what that looks like. Like,
yeah. I also think it's not fair to P-Dub that Bulls fans are piling all of their frustration of Lowry, Wendell,
that's a great point,
other expectations onto him to be like, well, here's our next bust because he's had an underwhelming second half to a rookie year. It's like, jeez.
That's a great point. Gustavo says you could say campaign. Yes, coach of the millennium, Monty Williams.
But he did not develop until he left.
He did not. He is part of one of the greatest media days in the history of the NBA. Is him riding in on a scooter with his knee up. God, if any media day said your team is going to be terrible, it was that one.
Oh man.
A man with no name on his jersey.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a dude who didn't even have his name on his jersey.
Oh man.
Who are you? I don't know. I'll be gone tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
Oh man. Keenan P. Will is 19. He could have another growth spurt. People need to get off his back. Yeah. That's another good point. Like, he still might not be finished growing. Like, seriously, right. He might get taller.
And he's already just like a monster physically.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see more of next season is him using his size. And he forgets every once in a while that he can actually body guys in this league. And I think it's because he's like, oh, I'm a rookie. I can't body people. I was like, no, dude, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Look at me, sir. Yes, you can. You can definitely do that. Dude had
do you remember the videos that were coming out in training camp? And there was that one of him bodying the hell out of Otto Porter Jr.
Never forget it.
Like, hey, yeah, this kid's 19. Yep. Otto, you're old. Get out of the way.
I'll never forget it, because the day I saw that, I was like, he's your starter. Like, that was it. That was it for me. I was good. I was like, just one play of him throwing Otto Porter Jr. into another realm.
Big Dave, look who's in.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. There is a very small part of me who will miss just getting giggly with anticipation and excitement to see what dumb shit he pulls off.
Oh, man. Ooh, nice pass, though. Very nice. Nice play. Oh, Lori Markkinen turned himself into a fine bench player. Sorry, Matt. It hurts me as much, man. I was huge. I was a big, huge fan. But I said this was the year. I said it before.
I think I might wear my Markkinen jersey tomorrow. Just to have a good cry and say farewell.
Oh man. You know what? Just for tomorrow, I'm gonna bring in something special.
Maybe I'll wear my Lowry Markkinen jersey in the first half, and then my Pete Up jersey in the second half.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, goodbye to the past. Hello to the future.
Goodbye.
So long, farewell. Lowry, here's your taxi.
As long as you take Christy Felicio with you.
Oh, let me get some Felicio in this game.
Oh, you gotta have it. You gotta have it, don't you?
Got to.
Is Archie here? You think Archie's staying? Oh, Denzel.
My guess is no.
No? Okay.
It's a team option, and it's not I think it's another $3 million like it has been this year and last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to believe that AK and Eversley can find something more useful to do with that $3 million.
I would like to believe that as well.
It's like it's not asking for much.
Yeah, $3 million.
Dude, I love Archie.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
A college star on a program like Nova.
Yeah,
who is just like the scrap guy who's like, nah, I can play in the NBA. And when he's out there playing minutes, sometimes you're like, and then sometimes he's out there playing minutes, you're like, oh yeah, and then dude, he's an NBA player. Like, he's good enough to be in the NBA.
Yes,
he's not good enough to be excited as a fan to have him on your team.
Yes, how can I say this? He's not good enough for me to say he's worthy of $3 million. He's more of, wow, Archie gets $3 million. Like, he's more of that. I'm more surprised at the check he gets. Like, wow, Felicio gets $8 million. Like, I was going
to say, who is worth closer to what they're getting paid? Because I think Archie is closer to $3 million.
Clearly,
and Felicio is to $8 million.
Listen, it's not even close. It's clearly he's at least paid some dividend to make me say, okay, all right. I wasn't like angered and questioning their sanity when they gave him that contract. I'm like, yeah, all right. Arch kind of earned that. I was more happy for him because he earned that.
Yeah,
he worked hard to get that money. That dude works hard, and he's still working hard to do his thing. But no, Felicia, no, absolutely not. It's not even close.
I mean,
one more game, man.
Dude, won the lottery.
He won. Yes. You talk about lotteries all you wanna.
He won the Gar Foreman lottery.
That man won, dog. Guaranteed for your deal.
And you know who helped him chipped in to buy that lottery ticket?
Who's this?
Fucking Dwayne Wade.
D-Wade getting players paid, baby. What a great man for the NBA. What a great ambassador getting these players this money. Phenomenal human being. Hey, you gonna watch his new game show, Matt? I know you can't wait to tune in. What? You're not tuning in? I know you can't wait.
Didn't even know he had one.
He does on TNT. It's coming. I think it's called The Cube, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's on the way, Matt. I should send you the trailer.
Is Gab co-hosting?
I don't see how she stays out of the game show personally. I don't see how
I will watch whatever she does.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, fair enough. I don't see how you just keep her out. I wouldn't be surprised if Javonte Green stays. I wouldn't either. Burke. I wouldn't either.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could be a. Stacey was talking about that a little bit earlier. Like just a good rotation piece with the energy on the defensive end. Clearly has some athletic ability.
Yeah.
Just wonder if he can round out his offensive game to be a bit more of a threat. But I like what I've seen from him when he's been getting more run in these last stretch of games.
Right. No, it's good to have a guy like that on your squad who's gonna be that kind of person defensively. Like you need that, in those tough games. Like when these games matter next year.
Right.
When you're playing these good teams, he's going to be one of those guys that pays dividends for you.
Need guys that can help get you stops. And between Javonte Green and Daniel Tice, we better keep at least one of those dudes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about you, man. Dan. Yeah, he probably isn't going to play again this year.
Tice, baby.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, Denzel. Oh, that one didn't even get above the rim. Oh, goodness me. That was just delightful to watch. John texted us, Denzel!
He is 0 for 6 from the field. So does that mean he's having a bad night shooting? Lakina says, are we going to have a going away party for Denzel and Lowry and Felicio?
Yeah. They'll have to be different ones, though.
Yeah.
As complicated as it is to organize multiple parties instead of one, the vibe that I would want to have if I were hosting a Denzel goodbye party is different than the vibe of a goodbye Lowry party. Because my goodbye Lowry party would be like, good luck. We're all rooting for you wherever you land. We'll be keeping an eye on you and cheering for you. And with Denzel, it's like, how many pranks can we pull on this dude before we kick him out of the house and out of the city forever?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Hey, we got you a cake. It's trick candles. Oh, no, they're not trick candles. They're sticks of dynamite.
Sticks of dynamite. He didn't even disguise them. He just stuck them in the cake. Like he didn't even try. Oh my goodness. Is Zach done for the year for you too? He's not coming back?
I wanted Zach to be done 8 games ago.
I know, Matt. I'm just asking now since he's not playing today. Is he done?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like knee soreness. Come on. You could have made up knee soreness 8 games ago.
He wanted to try it. It's hard. The man has never been to the playoffs.
I know.
It's hard, man.
All these Bulls fans hounded me. Like, unless they were mathematically eliminated, they weren't going to tank. They weren't going to sit their best players. Like, hard. I understand that. It doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to be pissed about it because logically it makes no sense.
Yeah, Matt wants the tank.
Always
the tank. Since I've known him, Matt has always wanted the tank. I think
when it's logical to do so. I'm not rooting for tank L's in October. I mean A couple years ago, I was. November, maybe.
Yeah, you don't get the name Tank Commander for nothing. Gotta earn that, baby. Gotta earn that.
Our guy C-Dub said, I keep thinking about how many WNBA players are as good or better than Archie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a long list.
That's a fact.
I was just thinking earlier, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind Candace Parker on this Bull squad now.
Wouldn't be mad. I caught a little bit of it today. I didn't see all of it. I've been
watching.
And I was like,
it's just awesome having Candace Parker in a Sky jersey.
It felt good. And you saw the dividends being paid already because the team was really
pretty
nice.
Strong first game. 16, 8, 4 dimes, 3 blocks, and a steal.
Wow. That's pretty solid.
3 of 4 from downtown. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're up big. They're up 17 with just under 2 minutes left.
Yeah, you just saw how the dividends she pays. Immediately you saw it. You saw it immediately. So it's exciting to have her here, man, and I'm excited to watch because they got a really, really good team, like a really good chance to.
Yeah, man. The Shields and Vanderpool, like they got talent.
Vanderpool is a beast. Give him the pass. Now give it back to
there you go. Oh! But look at that. Foul is missed with a tip.
Look at the hustle. Swing it. Nice.
Oh.
Oh, man. 0 for 7 now. Thank you. Think they believe in Troy Brown Jr. That's why they're arresting him.
I mean, it must be a badly sprained ankle.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
he's been out for what, like a month now?
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
He is someone who I would say, behind the obvious Zach, Vooch, P-Dub, Kobe, I would say 5th most likely to return next season behind those 4.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see how you don't, especially because you made the trade, to get him
right
on this team. Like, you're not going to give up on him this early, and there's nothing to give up on. He looked good when he was out there. He was good on both sides of the ball.
Oh, nice. Hey, Lowry!
Hey, look at Lowry. Huh? Look at him.
I'm feeling very weepy about Lowry today.
I understand, man. I've been feeling weepy about him all year.
Yeah, I'm just tired, ready for the season to be over.
Yeah, one more, man.
Oh,
one more, Matt. Just one more, and then restful bliss.
Oh, and then I can, pay more attention to my Cubbies and just drool over Justin Fields' training camp videos. Dude. Even already from rookie minicamp, just seeing him throw footballs in Bears practice jersey, I'm like,
right. All of that.
Oh man, that quote he had that you sent us the other day about how,
man.
Like, hey man, I'm gonna do everything I can to go out there and win that starting job. Watch out, Andy Dalton.
Coming for you, Andy. I was like, well, that should be an awkward meeting.
But wait, your Twitter account already declared who your QB1 was.
Okay, haven't they learned that is the kiss of death? Like when the Bears call you QB1, it is the kiss of death, man. I remember when they did it for Mike Glennon.
Oh,
the kiss of death. QB1. Nope, don't do it. If I'm him, I'm telling them, don't ever say that about me. I hope Felicio plays 48 minutes tomorrow. Yes.
Oh my God.
It'd be great to see.
I don't think he could survive that.
That's a good point. I don't
They'd
think
be out there with, clear after he played 20 minutes.
It's time. Oh, look at Kevin Durant. Oh, he's good.
Oh my goodness.
Nice pass. Wow, that was nice. That Durant fella is going to be good in this league.
He's got potential.
Yeah, I'm going on the limb on this one.
Although, man, I don't know about you. I think it's time for KD to embrace the MJ look and shave that ridiculous head of hair.
Oh, don't get C-Dub started on this. C-Dub, it's his mission to try to get this man to brush his hair. He cannot stand it. He complains about it to no end. C-Dub can't stand it.
So bad.
He can't stand it.
With that bald spot that's growing bigger and bigger in the back. And you're right. It always looks nappy and unkept.
It's definitely unkempt. Yes, definitely unkempt. I don't mind the nappy. I love nappy. I enjoy it because that's your hair. Just have it your hair. But I think he keeps it like that because everybody wants him to do something with it.
Nappy's not even the right word. It's like clumpy.
Clumpy.
No, not clumpy, patchy. It's just in patches everywhere. And you're like, dude.
Oh, Felicio's in.
No!
Oh, Felicio's in. Felicio's in.
Give it to me, Big Chris.
Look at him. Look at him. Find him. Get that, Felicio. Oh. Look at C-Dub. Brush your goddamn hair. He cannot stand it. It's so funny. Because he's like, I think KD is like me. Like, oh, really? You don't like this?
Well, let me do it even more.
Yes. C-Dub, that's how I was raised. Oh, yeah. If anything tells me you're 65. It's it right there, buddy. Back in my day. Well, his mom raised a 7-foot-tall cajillionaire. So she's, not too bad. Not too bad. Just saying, not too bad.
Mama Durant.
I thought Peck was bald until he did a show without his hat. Have you heard that before, Matt?
Yeah. Tons of people thought I was bald because I wear hats all the time. It's like, how old do you think I am?
Old man yells at hair. Look at it. Look at that boyish good look. They got that beaver going today.
I need a
haircut. You got a flow. Then we had this discussion about you and a Floby.
Who?
Oh, you don't know what a Floby is? You ever seen a Floby?
What's a Floby?
Oh man, it's something every white person in America supposedly has. It's a hair cutting machine. It's like a vacuum for your hair. It like sucks and cuts your hair. It pulls and cuts. It's not for black people. We cannot do this.
I have never heard of this.
Oh, you should look at it.
And it sounds frightening.
It's like for real. It's like a little mini vacuum thing, but it cuts hair. And you put it on your hair and it will suck and cut and style your hair. Only no white people. It's strictly made for thinner hair like that. Easier to cut hair.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all.
C-Dub says, can you dunk, Matt?
It depends on what we're talking about here. Can I dunk on a regulation NBA height hoop with a regulation NBA basketball? No, not quite.
Okay.
Can I dunk on an NBA regulation height hoop with a ball that I can palm my hand? Yes.
So you're the man on a Nerf hoop is what he's saying.
Oh. Untouchable on a Nerf hoop.
Untouchable. Go, Felicio. There he is. Hey!
Although my favorite thing to do is lower the hoop. We got a hoop in the driveway at the Michigan house. Mm-hmm. And I like to lower the hoop and then just pick up my nieces and have them dunk.
Oh. When's the last time you seen your nieces, man?
Too long, Dave. Christmas.
I'm sure it's going to be real soon when you see them, man.
Yeah, I'll see them up at my folks' place this
summer. Look at him!
Police just racking up a body count. Oh, he is angry.
Yo, he said, I'm going to the hoop. Watch the replay.
He's like, I only got 5 quarters left to make my next contract.
He ain't turning down the ball at all. When have you ever seen him do that? Just like get the ball at the top of the key and say, I'm going to the bucket. He knows that contract is coming to an end. That's right. He just tried to redo his roof. He's like, uh-oh.
And bricks the free throw off the front of the rim. Wow, that's impressive.
C-Dub says, I want one Felicio fadeaway.
I don't think he knows how to do that without falling down.
This is true. He's like, what's a fadeaway?
Like,
rebound.
I don't think he has the balance to do that.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, I want you guys to keep in mind and just realize how far the Bulls have come, because please keep in mind 2 years ago this would have been our starting lineup.
No,
this would have been it. This would have been it.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Oh,
I remember when we did our first season of Outsiders, and I think it was the Final Four or something that weekend. And I don't like missing games. And you and John were like, yeah, man, I don't think we should do this game, man. Like, guys, it's gonna be terrible. I'm like, nah, what are y'all talking about? Like, we should really do this. And y'all for real had to be like, Dave. Y'all have you seen this team? All right. The Final Four is this weekend. Have you seen the Chicago Bulls? Have you seen the starting lineup? This game doesn't matter. It's okay. And I'm like, nah, we can go to a restaurant. We can do it somewhere else. Hey,
hey, buddy. I'm sure John was there with his "we have two Samsons" argument.
Right. He did say that. Yeah, he did. We got two Samsons, and it wasn't until I went to dinner with y'all and saw that line, I was like, okay, yeah, y'all right. Yeah, you're right. This is a much better decision. Like, I'm out here arguing about watching Lemon. Look at Felicio. Oh!
Come on, Makoki. You got to reward him for that great outlet pass.
Oh my goodness. He what? I don't even know what happened right there.
I don't know. I saw Felicio dribbling and dishing a bounce pass, and then I blacked out.
Yes. Apparently so did he. That's your shot?
Oh my God. Chris in the glass.
Give that man his check, man. Pay that man. He wants that money.
Gustavo said, point guard, Felicio.
Point guard, Felicio. Oh, my God. Most improved player, says Johnny.
This dude cannot shoot free throws.
Come on, Felicio. He's like,
he's got the aim right.
Yeah.
He bricked off the front of the rim, now the back of the rim. Hey!
There it is. There we go.
Had to calibrate. He hadn't shot a free throw in a year and a half.
Oh, man. It's so true. Oh, yeah, baby. Wind it on down. Wind it on down, guys. One more, guys. Just one more. Until we can let the surgeons, AK and Eversley, come and do their jobs.
Stitch me up, Doc.
Stitch them up, man, because they are wounded. Wounded. Felice,
put them out of their misery. Put me out of my misery.
Well, here you go, Matt. Burke says Gar is working on Felicio's 4-year, $64 million contract to the Pelicans.
Dude.
Oh, man.
I forgot that Gar got a job with the Pelicans.
He did. Out there scouting. And what are the Pelicans looking like?
Only the Bulls said, would you let Felicio be your Uber driver? No.
I don't know. I don't think he knows the city that well.
I mean, no. Just
no.
I don't even know if that dude drives. I don't even know if he has a driver's license.
That's a very good point, sir.
NBA player gets, chauffeured around all the time anyway.
This is true. That's a good point. All right.
One left, you guys. One left. 105-91 the final. Thanks for watching the fourth quarter with us on a Saturday afternoon.
Ooh.
I mean, I can't believe I got out of bed for this. This is Stretch Forward with the Bulls Outcast. I'm Matt. That's Big Dave. John says hi. He's on vacay in San Fran right now, forgetting about the rest of the Bulls season. Lucky him.
Smart man.
But clearly somewhere he was either near a TV or checked the stat or play-by-plays, because he just texted us Denzel with a million exclamation points right after Denzel bricked that shot in the lane.
4 for 7.
Dave, I mean, let's talk about the fun thing from this game, which was what Bulls fans wanted to see with a resting Zach LaVine, and that was a big Patrick Williams game. We wanted it. We got it. Can the P-Dub haters and worriers finally calm down after seeing this today?
No.
Or are they going to double down and be like, see, why can't he do that every game?
There you go. That's the Bulls fan I know right there, Matt. Well, do it again then. Do it one more time. Yeah. This is great that he looked this good. And like I was saying to you before the show, it just kind of re-cements and reaffirms my belief that he's just really deferring a lot to veterans when he's out there on the floor. Because when Zach's out there, he kind of disappears. When Zach's not out there, he's like, oh, I got to be great. Okay, that's all you want me to do is just be a great basketball player? Sure. That's great for me because that's honestly how a rookie usually goes into a situation. Not trying to figure out, don't want to step on any toes, don't want to, ruffle any feathers, just wants to do his part. He'll learn going forward, especially in year 2, that his part is for him to be great. And they're going to need him to be great for the Bulls to flourish and be even better. So I'm excited about it. 24-6 on 9-14 shooting. He did it a variety of ways, from the 3-point line, from the tip dunks, from the inside mid-range game. He is just well polished and well put together for a 19-year-old NBA player, man. And so, the future's very bright for him and Bulls fans, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's way too early to tell. Like, you can't guess what kind of usage he's going to have next season compared to his rookie season because we don't know what this roster is going to look like. I mean, Zach and Vooch are probably going to be here, and Patrick's probably going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But Zach and Vooch are going to be your 2 highest usage percentage guys. That is something that you can logically assume. And it's looking like Kobe will be around.
Mm.
We don't know if they're going to go out and sign a different point guard to fight Kobe for the starting role or whatever, but Kobe's been playing well. So unless guys are down, as P-Dub's developing, I don't think you're going to see him get 14 shots on a nightly basis.
Right.
You would like to see him get more shots than he had been taking in this recent stretch of games. But hey, maybe it's the rookie wall and he's tired. Like you said, maybe it's him deferring to his veteran teammates who he's like, oh yeah, those guys are our scorers. I'm just here to help out and do what I can.
Mm-hmm.
There is hopefully going to be a point early on next season or at some point next season when he starts to assert himself a bit more. And it doesn't have to be 20-plus points every night, but just enough so that he can build not only the skill set that he looks to potentially have offensively, but also the confidence behind that skill set to say, if I have a good look, whether it's from, like you said, all 3 levels of the floor, he looks like a 3-level scorer in the making.
He does.
Wherever you are, have the confidence to be the one who's putting the ball in the bucket on this possession.
Yeah. He has to be the threat. Like you're saying, like you just said, he doesn't have to be 20 points, but he has to be a threat out there on the floor. Like teams have to game plan for him. They have to worry about him. If he's comfortable being that number 3, which looks like he's gonna, have to be, with Vooch and with Zach, they need a number 3 scorer, and having him as your number 3 scorer and a real threat out there that they can't leave alone. It's gonna be a problem for NBA teams to deal with that. And I mean, he's just so good. He's just so solid and so good. And I said this earlier today. If our only complaint about Patrick Williams is he doesn't shoot enough and he's not aggressive enough, right? That's the only complaint we got. Like that's it. Like
right.
There's nothing else we say. I'm mad at that or I don't like that. His 3-point shooting is solid. His inside game is solid. His mid-range game is solid. His putbacks, his athleticism, his defense, the way he runs the floor, the way he thinks out there. I mean, we don't complain about any of that. It's just, we see you're good. Like, let's see some more. Like I want more. Feed me more. You know what I mean? That's the only complaint we have. That's great. That's awesome. That's an awesome complaint to have. That means you have a lot. That's an embarrassment of riches. And we're going to get richer once he gets more confident.
Right. Speaking of dumb Bulls fans complaining about dumb things, your dear friend Fred had this tweet earlier today while this game was going on, and I wanted to highlight it because it's one of Fred's classic, here's my tweet to make my point, but he didn't at all accomplish the point he was trying to make.
Okay.
Because he's been hounding P. Will for weeks now. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
But Fred has been on P-Dub's ass about, you're not playing well enough. You're not doing enough. So here's Fred's tweet. P. Will's first 25 games, 27.6 minutes, 9.9 points, 44.6 from the field, 39.3 from three, 79.6 from the free throw line, 4.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.7 blocks.
Okay.
P. Will's last 40 games, 27.5, nearly identical minutes, 7.9, 2 points fewer, 50.8, better shooting percentage overall, 35.7 from three, so the three percentage just dropped a few points, 62.8 from the free throw line, worse at the free throw line, 4.1 rebounds, only a half fewer rebound per game, 1.6 assists, half an assist more than his first 25 games, 0.5 blocks, basically the same. And he said, so much of our success will depend on his progression this summer. And he was clearly trying to point out, look at P. Will's good numbers in the first 25 and look at these bad numbers in the last 40. And it's like, those stat lines are not different enough to be saying that P. Will has played so much worse in the back half of this season compared to the first 25 games of this season.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, we went out and got another all-star at some point in there, and he immediately came in and started taking 15 to 20 shots a night.
Fair.
Like, what are we complaining about?
Like, yeah, that isn't a real complaint. Honestly, it kind of speaks to more of, the immediacy of what you want. These players, because when you look around the league and you're like, oh, well, LaMelo's doing this and Tyrese Halliburton's doing that and Okuro's doing this. Like, out of all those people I named, only one of them is on a winning contending team, and that's LaMelo. like and the whole, and he's an incredible talent that we do coming in would be that. Those other guys, are doing well on losing teams. So
right.
That's cool. They're playing well, and that's cool, including the number 1 draft pick. Minnesota is a losing team. That's fine, but I like where the Bulls are with Patrick Williams, because the Bulls are on the verge of being a winning team, like next year winning team. Like every other team I just named you is not, except for the LaMelo squad, who's winning now. But the Bulls are definitely on the verge of that. And so I'm thinking more so like you are, like along the lines of, I can't wait to get this kid in minicamp. I can't wait till he gets more acclimated and gets more chemistry with Vooch and Zach. I can't wait till they get more practices together and they figure these things out. I can't wait to see what AK and Eversley surround the bench with to help this team.
Right.
He's going to look so much better. It's going to be just awesome to see that. So, yeah, that's nice to see the rookies doing their thing now. Look, that's fine. That's cool. But that winning is what we about. And that's what we're going to be about next year, man. Like, it's going to be that time.
Another element to this, when we talk about what kind of progression we might see from P-Dub next season, and kind of remembering everything crazy about the past year in the NBA, in the world outside the NBA.
Yeah.
P. Will, as a rookie, didn't get Summer League. He didn't get Summer League. He didn't get a normal training camp. And they were talking about this on the Bulls Talk pod earlier this week. Can you imagine Patrick Williams playing Summer League this summer? I want him to. I think he should be on the Bulls Summer League roster. And by God, can you just see him dominating guys in Summer League? Because I can't. That competition platform, P. Will look around the court and say, I'm the best person on this court.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that from plenty of second year, incoming second year players who are not as good as Patrick Williams.
Very
so
true.
Let me see that. And maybe that will also aid his confidence moving into the season where, like you said, we're not asking you to be our number 1 scorer or even our number 2 scorer. Maybe some nights 3, some nights that'll probably be Kobe, our 4th scoring option. But just have the confidence to be that, and on some nights, more.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up about Kobe, because I wanted to ask you about that, because Johnny says Kobe is the 3rd scorer in my eyes. Think Pat Will would just replace Thad and Thad's productivity that we saw this year.
Oh, we're not getting rid of Thad.
Yeah, first of all, bite your tongue. Bite your tongue, sir.
How dare you?
Don't you ever get rid of those 8 points. How dare, what are we going to get that from? We'd be so lucky if he can average that.
I mean, come on.
This young could.
19, 13, and 4 tonight. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty awesome.
You know who else could do 19, 13, and 4? Patrick Williams.
Yeah, nightly. Nightly. But I wanted to add, because the reason I didn't mention Kobe as being the third scorer is because I think it's still a question mark as to whether he's going to be starting or not for this team. It's still a question mark if he's going to be that guy. And you mentioned, we've seen him play well. We have. We've seen him play so much better. And hey, you get an all-star center and you look better. Wow. Who would have thought it? That's crazy. Yeah. That's why he couldn't do that stuff when Wendell Carter Jr. was here. He didn't have an all-star center with him. So now it looks easier. It looks a little better. It looks a little smoother. Yeah, it helps. But I wanted to ask you, do you feel that way? Like Kobe being the third scorer, or are you kind of still like up in the air because we don't know really what the future is going to hold for him yet?
Well, before we get to Kobe real quick, because you brought it up, did you text me last night that Wendell had 0 points in 26 minutes?
I did.
We shouldn't have traded Wendell.
I did text you that.
God, it's the last Bulls fan.
I definitely text you. Yeah, but he had 8 rebounds. So, you don't know about basketball, Matt. He had 8 rebounds.
0 and 8 in 26 minutes. You can't replace that.
Can't replace that. It's irreplaceable.
You can't trade that.
We clearly lost the trade. We jumped the gun.
I mean, as far as Kobe, I am worried where we are with the improvement we've seen and this team's still glaring need for a point guard. Okay. I mean, I think we were talking about this a little bit the other day. Your need for a point guard, maybe I was talking about it on Lockdown with Jordan, your need for a point guard is less glaring when you have bigs who can be playmakers and facilitators like Vooch, like Jokic in Denver, like Joakim back in the day. Like, if you have that guy and a shooting guard like Levine who can also get you 5 or 6 assists a night, and you got a power forward like Thad who also gets you 5 or 6 assists a night, the ball movement is less of an issue, and team effort, all right, we're going to get everybody their looks. It's still not as ideal as having a floor general point guard who can run your offense and get everybody the looks that they need. And I still am not convinced that Kobe is that. Do I feel better about Kobe, Zach, Vooch being enough collective scoring and playmaking where one of those guys is getting doubled and somebody's open? Two of those guys, Kobe and Zach, can certainly beat their man off the dribble. One of them is a inside-outside threat like Vooch. I think there could be enough there where you're not as, fist pounding saying, for the love of God, get us a point guard, and maybe Kobe can get better enough. But that's kind of like why I say I'm just like in the middle of worried right now that this handful of 10 or so games when Kobe's come back in the starting lineup and played better, and he's shown some of that progress as far as point guard abilities, I don't know if it's enough to bank on for the Bulls front office to say, we don't need a point guard. We're going to roll with this.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of with you on this. I like what I've seen. Obviously, we really enjoy what we've seen. And, I've been a very staunch supporter of Kobe and, him being the starting point guard this year for this team. But I've continuously said, I'll put him on the bench in a hot second if you give me a better point guard. And I still feel that way. But I like what I've seen. But I think what helps again is Nikola Vucevic. Like, that's really what is clearly helping him, and Mo Cheeks, because he continues to credit Mo Cheeks for it also. That's clearly what's helping him with slowing down his game and, not just being the silly decisions and the bad turnovers that we're used to seeing from him. But my thing is, when you go against these elite point guards like he did tonight or today against Kyrie Irving, Kobe was 1 for 10. Kobe had 3 points, about 7 rebounds and three turnovers. Like, yeah, I mean, he did have 6 assists. So you like the fact he had those 6 assists, but Kobe is supposed to score, right. But when he's chasing around an elite point guard like that, he's, it's a little hard, much more harder for him. So if you give me a better point guard, and I think AK and Eversley are in that camp of getting a better point guard that can run this team a little bit better and also score, because the scoring is going to be important. If you can do that, and that kind of skill and talent that Kobe has shown these past 2 games is coming off the bench helping this team, or could come in and steal minutes for Zach also at the 2. You can play at either way you want to. I think the sky's the limit as far as his career is concerned. His fit on the team would be different because, obviously he'll be coming off the bench. But as far as his career, I think it'll be something, man. So I'm kind of with you though. I'm kind of with
Bulls fans are familiar with that, combo guard 6th man who can be lethal. His name was Ben Gordon.
Yes, yes, monster.
Kobe being that piece on the Bulls, even if it is as the 6th man, is nothing to turn your nose up at.
No,
that's a good piece.
Look, I feel good about my team if that's the dude coming off my bench, like for real,
right?
Because I wouldn't even be mad. Like if my point guard got hurt, I wouldn't even be like, oh man, I gotta put Kobe in. I'd be like, oh cool, Kobe, all right, Kobe, you get in there. You play the point. I'll be completely okay with that.
Johnny said Lonzo, Kobe, Zach, P. Will, Vooch. That's your starting lineup. Zoe sets everyone else and takes 5 to 10 shots. So you're saying Zach's playing the 3? Is that what you're saying there?
Sounds like that's what that means. I think at some time you would run that lineup, but I don't think that's your starting lineup. But
because you brought up Lonzo and we're talking about Kobe, did you see that column that Casey Johnson wrote the other day, Big Dave? And it was like player A stats, player B stats. Yeah. And they were pretty freaking similar. And it was like, oh, who's player A and player B?
Yeah, I knew it immediately when I saw it. Yeah.
Or Lonzo and Kobe.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I knew it. Yeah.
So we're all like gushing and obsessing over Lonzo, and Kobe's doing the same stuff. Like identical stat lines, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so, in some cases, Kobe's a little bit better than Lonzo, and then Lonzo has the edge in a couple. And then the other big caveat there is, but Lonzo's defense compared to Kobe's defense, and you're like, okay, fair.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about this team's need for a point guard, the fact that the Bulls reportedly were talking to New Orleans about Lonzo before the trade deadline.
They were.
Those talks will probably continue. Maybe the Bulls and Pels are working on some kind of sign and trade, or will work on a sign and trade, or maybe the Bulls are just one of several teams who will try to lure him away as a restricted free agent. We'll see. But it was interesting that we're all kind of saying, all right, well, we need a point guard who we're going to go get. And because we've already been hearing Lonzo's name for months, Johnny was like, okay, yeah, it's Lonzo.
Maybe. Like, you're right. Like, that's why I said when I want a point guard, I want somebody that's clearly better. Like, and C-Dub continues to bring this up, and I agree with him. Like, De'Aaron Fox. If it's some way, shape, or form, I can get De'Aaron Fox. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. That's for me is no doubt better. You know what I mean? That's undoubted. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to do a player A or player B. I know who's better. It's De'Aaron Fox. So that's what I am thinking when I see AK and Mark Eversley, because everything I've seen them do is swing for the fence. So they were trying to get Lonzo, but they were trying to also, get rid of Lowry, which would have been honestly a win for us. It would have been a win for the Bulls, because then you just moved him to the bench and, blah, blah, blah. You saw what happened. But I'm just excited that I get to see what they're going to do, because I just really believe they're going to swing for the fence, and they're always after the person that we're not looking at. It's always that's been the case so far. At least that's what they've shown us. So I think there's a point guard that they might have in mind that they're kind of looking at and kind of trying to test the waters on and see if they can get him here. So I'm excited to see it, but I think it would definitely be somebody who is clearly better than Kobe White. They're not going to bring somebody in here to have a competition. Like, it's not going to be that. It's going to be somebody like, nope, your start, you go to the bench.
Right. Kobe and Arch, one-on-one in training camp. Winner gets the starting job.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget when Arch won that title, that one-on-one title. That's when I knew we were going to be a losing team. I was like, we're going to be a losing team.
Belt.
Like, he won? He won? I was like, we in trouble.
Like, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's not good.
Dude, you're in trouble.
So let's go and enjoy the rest of our Saturday afternoons. There's a bunch of NBA action still going on.
Yeah.
Looks like the Lakers are going to hold off the Pacers. Lakers and Portland still neck and neck, trying to avoid the play-in in the Western Conference. Dude, there are about to be so many awesome games next week.
Yes.
Between the East and West play-ins, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
For a while I was like, the play-in. Do we really need this? And I think it's because it made Bulls fans more delusional. Well, we can get the 10th seed. We can be a playoff team. That's not a playoff team. But for the sake of just sheer NBA entertainment, man, we're setting up for some fun days ahead with all this play-in drama.
Can't wait to watch it, man. Can't
wait. It. Oh, shout out to our guy John. We miss you, buddy. Enjoy the West Coast. Drive safe in that convertible you were driving earlier while recording a video on your phone. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Drive with safety, John.
Be safe, sir. Keep that convertible state of mind, though.
Oh, exactly. Shout out to our guy C-Dub, who's always helping us behind the scenes. Shout out to all of you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Check out the BAWL on Bulls podcast feed and their YouTube channel to get this Outcast content. And as always, one more Denzel game. One more Denzel game.
Hold on.
We will see you here tomorrow night for Bulls Bucks, the regular season.